What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, when they're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. So, man, I had a restless day all day, been up all day, didn't sleep too good last night. I've been trying to wait to go back to sleep, and it's kicking in now. So, but I wanted to do this update before I fell asleep. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Alright, guys, you take a look at my left. If y'all remember, I did a story, I want to say it was last week or the week before last. Y'all remember we had a guy down there in Houston. We had two stories down there in Houston. The one dealing with Greg Carhey, and this one right here, Zacchaeus Gaston. Y'all remember I was talking about this man had 7 felonies and was still out of jail, and he was able to go kill somebody else, which he's accused of killing his ex-girlfriend that you see right there and shooting his son, which is Zeus. And as a matter of fact, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, he did all that on the boy's birthday. On the boy's birthday, he did that, killed the mom and shot him. And if y'all remember, I played a news clip and it showed the boy sitting in the hospital bed with a cast around his leg. Well, the update today is they have found him and arrested him, and he made a court appearance. And I just want y'all to see this, how this man cut up in the court. It's just crazy. You know, a lot of this stuff. I mean, you want to laugh just to have a laugh, don't be serious all the time. And then a lot of times you see this stuff, it just ain't funny. It's a damn shame, but it's not funny. It's just a damn shame. Take a look at this.
KPRC2.
Another issue in court this morning for the man accused of murdering the mother of his child and injuring their baby in a shooting.
Zacchaeus Gaston.
Look at this fool. Look at him.
Was only in front of a judge for a few minutes before he was led out of the courtroom. This is the second time this has happened. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. A judge just handed down new bond conditions for the 27-year-old suspected killer. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers joining us live from downtown Houston with the newest information here. Brittany.
And Gaston was removed from that courtroom again this morning. He was shouting at deputies who were attempting to bring him inside to go before that judge. Now, I was inside of the courtroom this morning. Zacchaeus Gaston started shouting at those deputies, quote, "I don't want to go in here, bro." The video shows the deputies struggling to lead him into the courtroom, but then he was immediately removed and went back into the hallway. Now, yesterday, there was a similar scene in the probable cause courtroom where the 27-year-old became argumentative and was removed from the hearing after several outbursts. Now, prosecutors say that Gaston was out on bond with 7 active felonies when he gunned down his ex.
7 active felonies. 7.
Layla Steele, as she was holding their 1-year-old son. Steele died and their son was shot in the leg.
Holding their 1-year-old son, he shot Layla Steele and their son. They saying their son, or that was his son that he shot.
Gaston's now facing a murder and assault charge. Now, today, the judge decided that the $1 million bond for that murder charge was insufficient. She raised it to $5 million. She also raised the bond to $3 million on an aggravated assault charge. Now, we also found out that he will be back in court. That will be next week on the 20th. They will be going over previous bail charges on that court date. Reporting live in downtown Houston, I'm Brittany Jeffers, KPRC 2 News.
Brittany, thank you.
Excuse me for that. I mean, that's wild and crazy. And you think there's something. Let me show you this. Let me show you this without the news conference. We exit it out. And let me bring this over here. And it's showing everything. Just watch this.
The one that killed girlfriend and was out on bond.
Weren't expecting that, I guess.
He could have with us the last time.
Now, as y'all heard him, they say he did that yesterday. He did it again yesterday. Again, I don't know the mindset of a lot of these people that commit these heinous crimes, but you know, ain't no point of you after the food right now because you know, you didn't have the energy when you decided to shoot that woman and you decided to shoot your own child. So ain't no point of having that energy right now, you know. But you know, it at this point, you just have to look at it and say, hey, it is what it is. But I blame all this on the court system or the justice system because there's no way, like when they had the conference I played y'all, when I talked about this, there's no way in here somebody should have been out with 7 felonies. 7 felonies. And he's still out on the street. And he even had on an ankle monitor and still was able to go kill somebody. So I put this out on the justice system and on the court system. Somebody dropped the ball real bad on that one. They dropped the ball real bad. But however, hopefully they finna rectify the mistake that they made and they finna bring justice. I think this man got an $8 million bond. Ain't nobody finna get him out. If they do, it might be a kingpin or something, but I don't see nobody getting them out. And it says right here, a man who had 7 bonds when police say he killed his ex-girlfriend and wounded her son once again had to be removed from a courtroom for another outburst in front of a judge Friday morning. Of his 7 bonds, 5 of those are for felony charges. Oh, excuse me. 5 of my felony charges, but he was out on 7 bonds. I got that wrong. Excuse me. Just the day before, 27-year-old Zacchaeus Rashad Gaston had to be removed inside Harris County Probable Cause Court as he made an outburst toward the judge and prosecutor. On Friday, he was restrained by deputies almost as soon as he entered the courtroom, faced the judge momentarily, and then removed. The last courtroom video can be seen in the play above. Perhaps a consequence of his actions in court, Gaston's bond amounts were increased with his murder charge going from $1 million to $5 million. And his aggravated assault with a deadly weapon count going up from $5 million to $3 million, which totals $8 million. All right. I don't know what they're saying right here.
Holding her 1-year-old son at the time of the argument. This defendant was
Just
witnessed
look at him. Look at him.
And identified by a witness to the incident that this defendant shot the adult complainant multiple times, which resulted in her death, and also shot the 1-year-old child of the adult complainant during the course of the same incident. According to the warrant, the adult complainant was already on the ground after he fired 1 shot into her torso. He then was seen standing over her, firing 4 to 5 more shots into the complainant's body before he fled the scene. I do not believe that this defendant should be granted a bond at this point.
Mr. Gaston, please don't speak.
All right, Mr. Probable, please just hold on. Mr. Gaston, sir.
I'm innocent, so I'm proven guilty. Don't talk about
Mr.
it.
Gaston,
Don't
if
talk
you do
about
not
it.
control yourself, I will have you removed from the courtroom.
I'm letting her know.
Deputies,
Don't talk about me like that. I'm innocent to prove it guilty. I'm innocent to prove it guilty. Well, actually, he's right. That's how the system works. He innocent to prove it guilty. So I guess he kind of said trying to throw his rights out there. Man, you can't make this shit up, man.
Deputy Flores, are you in there?
Yes, sir.
Do you think Mr. Gaston is going to be able to control himself?
Is she gonna be able to control herself? I haven't been found guilty of those charges.
I think Mr. Gaston needs to be removed from the courtroom. He is being disruptive, and I'm ordering his removal at this time.
All right, let's go, Mr. Gaston. I'm innocent, so I'm guilty.
Mr. Gaston, please stop speaking.
Like I said.
All right, very well. Ms. Keith, I'm sorry. Would you continue, please?
Oh, God. Boy. Yeah, this stuff just don't stop. It just don't stop. Wow. You know, they're crazy on the street. They're crazy in the courtroom. It says I'm innocent until proved guilty. Gaston told the court Thursday during a hearing in which those charged with crime typically are warned to remain silent. He said, "Don't talk about me." He added his charges. Don't talk about me. Golly. He added as his charges and the details behind them were read. The prosecutors painted a picture of a cold-blooded killer. According to the warrant, the adult complaint was already on the ground when he fired one shot into her torso. She said he then was seen standing over her, firing 4 or 5 more shots in the complaint's body before he fled the scene. Gaston was taken into custody early Thursday morning in the death of 24-year-old Layla Steele in the wet chase area on July the 1st. An anonymous tip to Crime Stopper led to his arrest. They say according to police officers responding to the shooting in an apartment complex at West Park Drive, authorities say it started as a domestic dispute between Gaston and Steele outside the apartment complex. Witnesses reportedly saw the couple engaged in a physical altercation before Gaston allegedly shot Steele and her 1-year-old son and fled the scene. But on this one, they say it's her 1-year-old son, but I think that's his son too. When officials arrived, Steele was in critical condition. Emergency personnel gave her CPR and were able to get her pulse, but she later died at the hospital. According to police, a bullet struck her baby boy ankle. The child, Zeus, was also transported to the hospital. Family told ABC 13 that Gaston is Zeus' father. Officials said the man had an ankle monitor. However, it's unclear if he was wearing a device at the time of the shooting. Steele had a protective order against Gaston, according to family. Gaston was charged with violating the protective order in April. Court records show Gaston was charged with assault on a family member after he allegedly hit Steele in the head with a plastic bottle and threatened her with a gun during a dispute in September 2020. That case was dismissed by the court on June 29th. We wonder what could we have done to prevent this, really? Once again, we don't want to put any fault anywhere. However, with the suspect being out on bonds for 7 charges, including major felony, this could have been prevented. Yes, said HPD Assistant Chief Patricia Cantu earlier this month. The family set up a GoFundMe page to help pay for Zeus' medical expenses. Yeah, and see, that's what I was saying. Y'all dropped the ball bad on that one. Somebody dropped the ball real bad on that one. Unless it's an inside thing going on, I had no idea. Unless there's an inside thing going on with this, somebody dropped the ball real bad. And it's a motherfucking ridiculous. It's a motherfucking ridiculous. You know how bad y'all dropped that ball, you know. Anyway, again, another sad story, but a good thing, you know, he been caught, and I guess justice for to be served, you know. Don't know how he got bond, but that's a big ass bond, $8 million, you know. Ain't nobody gonna get him out. If they do, like I said, it must be a drug lord or a kingpin or something. They're gonna get him out though. But then again though, I had to ask that question now. Hell, if he was out for 7 felonies, why is he getting a bond again? You know, I'm curious about that. I'm very curious about that. So, you know, but I believe the young man has survived. I think I saw somewhere they actually threw him a birthday party, but this is something that's probably going to taunt him for the rest of his life, you know, to see his father kill his mother, to actually see this, and then he took some of the hit of that bullet when it was fired. So I can imagine how his years to come, how he had to relive this memory over and over and over and over and over again. I wouldn't want to put that on nobody, child, or a child, period, you know. So, wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. So, guys, that is the update to that story. Oh, I have found another update to Teresa Rocky Balboa's story. Apparently, Sam was telling his grandmother that not only Teresa was being mean to him, but guess who else? Dalton. I was going to do that today, but I'll do it tomorrow because I'm tired right now and I got to deal with this because it's kind of hurt a little bit. But anyway, guys, as always, leave your thoughts and comments under this video. And let me know what you think about all this fuckery that's going on. I'm your man, Chris Storms. Thank you for listening. Catch you next time. Peace.